With you all. Okay, so hopefully you can all see that okay. Tonight we're going to, this is our last week of the 5 weeks to success, so we're moved along quite nicely. We had a little break last week and we're really ready to get into the support phase of the PIPES methodology. So we've worked through prepare, invite, present, enroll. And now we're going to talk about support and what it actually means to support your team and be supported by your team and by your mentor and enroller. So we're going to jump in and talk about S in PIPES and it being support. So tonight what we're going to cover is consistency and duplication, because if we're consistent with growing our business and we're consistent with what we say we do and what we do, then we're able to duplicate ourselves successfully and create a beautiful business that's going to then duplicate with their business, and so on and so on. So we're creating structure that is going to be long term. I'm going to talk about leading a tribe, what it means to actually be in a leadership position. So for silvers and above, you're classified in doTERRA as in the leadership position, but leading a tribe actually starts well before silver. So if you're already getting leaders within your organization when you're at elite or whether you're at premier, then you are requiring the necessary skills to be able to lead those builders and be able to consistently duplicate yourself. I'm going to talk about the keys of leadership, how to identify and attract leaders, and really think about what you already have. What can you already uncover within your team? Not necessarily putting out a big sign and blasting it to the universe about attracting more, but what have you actually got within your team already? About belief systems, and this is a necessary part of actually growing as a leader and growing as a person in doTERRA. And doTERRA is often referred to as a professional development or personal development company wrapped up in the essential oil industry. So it's really about growing yourself and having belief and the various stages that we go through when we grow a business. I'm going to talk to you about unearthing empowered leaders. How do you actually switch from the enabling phase to actually empowering and then feeling confident to step back and watch them grow? It's very easy to enable people and have them rely on you all the time. So it's really important to actually step back and allow them to step into their own power and show that they can actually be an empowered leader. I'm going to briefly talk about mentoring. I'm not going to go really in depth with mentoring. I'm just going to cover it because I'd like to go over that a bit further in the next few weeks. And I'd like to incorporate other leaders from our team to actually join me with that topic as well. So that's all about empowering them as leaders and stepping up into that role too. So let's get started. We covered prepare as how we're going to prepare ourselves, how we're going to prepare everything we need to actually step into this role as a business builder. And so when we're thinking about how are we going to maintain, how are we going to grow our business, we really need to focus on the IPE in PIPES. So the invite, present, and enroll. And if you are consistently inviting, presenting, and enrolling, you are going to be continuously growing your business. And so it's really important in the invite phase that you identify these relationships, identify your target audience, your target market, and that you are purposefully inviting, that you're networking on purpose, that you are in that realm of identifying who you actually want to invite into your business, who do you want to support. When you really identify that, you will find it much easier to attract those that you actually want to attract into your business. And it's about consistently inviting. It's not about inviting once a month. It's about inviting people into your life and your business consistently. Every day, create opportunities to invite new people into your life and into your business. Put yourself into situations where you're going to be around people that are in your target market. When you are consistently presenting, you are sharing the benefits of these oils with everyone that you meet. Presenting doesn't have to mean standing in front of a group of people at a workshop. Presenting is talking with your mate over lunch and actually expressing your love and your genuine concern for their health and how you can actually support them because you are in love with the benefits of these oils. So how can you show up every day and show people that you actually are there to provide a solution for their health? And when you are confident at presenting, when you have that belief, you will consistently be presenting without you even realizing it. It'll just be something that naturally comes off of your tongue. I know when I walk down the street every day and I see a child wiping his nose or a mother with their child having a tantrum, I'm constantly analysing their oil needs, constantly. And it's because I live the product and I may not say to them, I've got an oil for that, but I'm thinking it because that's all I think about when someone has a health concern. How can I support them with the oils that I have? And it's just instinct, it's natural, it's habitual. And the more that you do it, the more you realize that that's how you will be as well if you already aren't. And that's when you know you've got an addiction to these beautiful products too. And then when you enroll, so when you become confident at presenting and closing, you then are able to enroll effectively and be able to then move on to the phase where you can share these skills that you've fine-tuned with your team. If your team is watching everything that you do, absolutely everything that you do, and you are there as a role model, as a move maker, as someone that is going to make this path for them to follow and then make their own way, you are there to inspire and be passionate about these three: invite, present, enroll. Because if you are, that then duplicates into your business. So if your energy is uplifted, it's excited, it's passionate about the business and about inviting new members to your team and supporting them, and that you're constantly going out and you're enrolling. See, even at Blue Diamond and Presidential Diamond, we don't stop enrolling because the reason that we began is far greater than the reason for us to stop. And so when your why is so big, all you want to do is share these beautiful oils, so you never actually stop inviting, presenting and enrolling, because that is the reason that you began this journey. So where your focus is, the energy is. And so if you are focusing on this beautiful, positive, uplifting vibe and introducing people into your business, then your downline are going to be inspired to do the exact same thing. This is part of duplication. They see what you're doing and they want to duplicate it because they see that it's successful. So it's important that you as a growing builder, as a leader, that you are representing what you want your business to look like in the future. So it's really important as you're growing into your leadership role, because we're constantly evolving. We may be starting at director and then moving into executive, but moving from director to executive is growth. And during that time, you have learned how to move through from director to executive. And what you're doing is constantly expanding. You're expanding yourself, you're expanding your names list, your network, the people that you're introducing, because your OV is going up. So that means the people that you're exposed to is growing. When you identify your target market and you consciously network, you are consistently expanding your network. You're consistently tapping into those people you actually want to introduce into your business. You're consciously aware of who you want to work with and who you want beside you. When you're inviting new people to learn about the oils, whether it be one-on-one or workshops, like I just said, you are going to be setting an example for the rest of your team. And the more people that you personally enroll, the greater opportunity for you to, one, change the lives of those people, and two, maintain and solidify a great business. So when you're building on foundations and you are constantly applying the tools or the resources that you need to build that business, then you are in charge and you are able to grow something confidently and solidly without having to rely on other people. So when we're enabling or relying on others, we lose power. And when we're able to inspire and motivate and empower others, and when we are doing that work too, we're able to build a really solid business. I hope that makes sense to you. When you're learning to confidently present and close, then you will just be whizzing through these workshops. You will be booking workshops and you will just be like, I've got this. People want to hear about what I've got to say, and I want people to be able to have these amazing gifts in their life. And so I'm going to confidently close this workshop because I'm not sleazy and I'm not salesy. I am here to provide a gift. And I'm here not as a salesperson, but as a solutions provider. I'm here to provide someone else with a choice and a solution that they may not have known about. And when you get to that point, there's no doubt in your mind that this is how people are going to be supported for the rest of their lives from this moment on, that it's going to be mainstream. So when you have that belief and confidence in yourself and in the business, then you are able to pass that down. And if anyone comes to you and has slander about network marketing or pyramid schemes, then you can confidently stand in your power and explain to them what doTERRA is all about and how they're actually providing solutions for people around the world. Enrolling effectively allows you to have continuous supply of new people to support and love and nourish. It's important to follow up with everyone and invest your time doing that. We touched on that in the last workshop, the last webinar. Following up with everyone, and not just those that you've enrolled. Follow up with those that you've had contact with in the past. And it's not hassling, and don't feel like that you're hassling people, because if people see that you are consistently concerned about their well-being, then they're more likely to want to sit down with you. If they think, well, she tried once and she's given up, she really doesn't care, then they're not going to feel that you're genuinely interested in their health, that you maybe were after a quick sale. So no is not always no. No is just not now. And I know that I've had people 12 months down the track from their initial touch finally come back and say that they're open and they're ready. So I don't want you to feel like once you've touched someone and they've said no, that you just step right away. Maybe it's just not now, and maybe in a little while you can touch base with them again to make sure that they know, yeah, I'm still here and I'm still concerned about your health, and I'd love to provide you with a solution to be able to support you. I want you to think about how you can invest your time, how you can nourish your team, how you can make sure that you are following up with your enrollments so that they know how to make the best out of their membership. The beautiful loyalty awards program, to make sure that they understand that that's the most intelligent way for them to get these oils into their life and use it as a holistic lifestyle solution. So when you invest your time, people can actually see that you're investing in them and that they actually matter to you. And you're creating this tribe vibe when you're doing that. It's really important as you're learning to duplicate yourself to really understand the compensation plan and and placements as you're growing. And I don't mean, if you're just beginning, the ins and outs and upside downs, because that happens as you grow. But you really want to understand how you're getting paid, because going into any employment, you understand how you're going to get paid and what you're entitled to. So please make an effort to understand the compensation plan, because as you grow into your premier roles and silver roles and above, then you need to be explaining the compensation plan to those that want to join you on your tribe, in your tribe. So when even understanding the basics of placements and understanding how people are going to get paid with fast start and uni level is really, really important for your business moving forward. So just make sure you spend the time to understand that. And then it's time to duplicate. So once you've been able to fine tune these skills and feel really confident with all of this above, that's when you can duplicate yourself. And this then skyrockets you through your next growth phase of ranks and allows those coming up to be able to learn from you as well. So if you're silver and you're starting to get some people moving through elite and premier, then you really need to be confident. Well, you probably already are being at silver, but be confident with all of these above, so then you can effectively duplicate yourself with those that are growing underneath you. Then you're ready to start leading a tribe and be confident as a leader and step into that power as a leader. So we'll just run through a bit about what leadership is. So leadership, like I said, is about duplication. It's about creating these strategies that can be easily duplicated by your downline. So a leader does the work. They put in the effort. They work through it. They've experienced it. They're on the ground. They've moved through challenges and blocks and things within their path. And then they teach people to do exactly what they just did. And once you are confident in the process, you are then confident to teach others the same, how to walk the same way. And it's not saying do what I do, but it's let's do this together. I've found a way that has worked and I've learned from my mistakes. And that's what I'm doing with you guys here is this is a guide for you all. This training's a guide, and these are all things that I've learned on my way to Blue Diamond and mistakes that I've made and learned from. And what I'm showing you is a way, a path of least resistance. And if you choose to follow this path, then it's going to allow growth a lot more quickly. A lot of people do like to take the path of more resistance, and that is totally their choice. But what I'm showing you here is that I've worked through all these stages, and this is what I've grown to know, and I would love to duplicate that with my downline and share that with you all. So things that you can do now as you're growing is your welcome email. So make something that when your builder first starts or when you've got a new team member, your welcome email is a simple, it's got all the necessary information, the basics in it, and then that's something that someone just starting, wanting to build, they've enrolled the first couple of people, they need a welcome email template as well. That's something that you can share with them, and that's duplication. Team calls. So you want to show your upline, you want to show your new builders or your downline that you are actively engaging in the education. And that can be the business side, that can be the product education, or do you want to know more education about the essential oils, etc. It's about being present on your social media and showing people that you can be seen, and it doesn't have to be scary, and that it doesn't have to be complicated either. So jumping on and talking about what you know about wild orange for 3 minutes can be really easy, and If you are doing it, your team will see that and they think that they can duplicate that as well. The way that you teach essential oil workshops, make it so that it's duplication, that it's able to be duplicated by your team so that they don't fear teaching workshops, and allow your team to actually go off the path a little bit and find what's comfortable with them when they teach workshops. So it's about providing a guide and a basis where people can work from, and supporting them as a leader during that time, but providing them with the tools and the resources and the knowledge that they can take and utilize for themselves. So you don't withhold resources or education in fear that your team is going to be more successful, or that you're worried about they might do things better than you. A leader openly gives everything that they have and what they know so that their team can grow to the greatest that they can grow. It's about opening your heart and spilling, downloading all your knowledge and education so that others have the opportunity to be successful too. It's about abundance and not scarcity. So the more you live in abundance, the greater joy is in your business and in your life, and the greater joy that you'll see duplicating throughout your team. So I don't ever withhold any knowledge that I have or any resources, because I want the best for you guys, and I want you all to be able to feel supported and to have all the tools that I didn't have and now have found to be really, really beautiful and beneficial for my business growth. And leaders don't get in the way of their own success. I'll touch on this a little bit later, but if you come up with excuses, you're going to hold yourself back. So I want you to really think about your vision, and I want you to think about who is actually holding you back from your success. And often it's ourselves, and it's our belief in ourselves. So I just want to touch on this. Leaders don't get in the way of their own success. Successful people believe in themselves and they believe in their teams. So when you get into that mindset of belief, then you will consistently be successful. A leader is not afraid of success nor of failure. And leaders are risk takers, and you do that because you do feel fear, but you just do it anyway. And it's not about recreating the wheel. It's not about being ridiculous. It's about stepping out of your comfort zone to grow. It's so easy just to be in that space of warmth, of just having a cup of tea and a blanket around you and just feeling comfy, but you're actually not growing when you're comfortable. So this is where our goals come into effect. What are your goals? Are they something that is just out of your reach so that it makes you stretch, so that it makes you grow? And if you don't reach that in that first try, don't fear it. Don't be afraid to try again, because success comes with learning and growing and experiencing failure. And true leaders don't fear at trying to achieve or setting large goals for the fear of failure. So just have a little think about where you are in your space at the moment with your business. What is it that you fear? And what do you feel comfortable with? So I want you to think about what is in between. What is just out of your reach? What could you stretch that little bit further to, so then you grow? Imagine the joy you feel when you actually achieve those goals. That feeling is far greater than the fear of not starting, of not achieving, or not even taking a risk. So you'll find as you grow, then you will become more confident in taking risks, in putting yourself out there, and you will actually find that more success comes and more abundance comes into your life and into your business. So feel a little bit of fear, because that's normal. That's your fight or flight response, and that is a natural response in our body. but we weren't born to actually sit in that response. We were born to feel it and move on anyway. So a couple of things between leaders and managers. So a leader copes with change. So a leader copes with change. What does that actually mean? So as you grow your business, there's going to be so much change. There's going to be so many things happening, and it's about adjusting. It's not about settling. It's about actually adjusting with the constant dynamics and change that happens within your organization and with yourself. And the way that you may not actually realize how much you're going to grow in this business. And I have looked back over the past 2 years and realized a lot of areas that there's been growth and a lot of areas that there still needs to be. So we're constantly evolving and changing. And to actually cope with the change that's happening is the quality of a leader. Challenges the status quo. And you know what? We all do this. Everyone that is in network marketing actually challenges the status quo, because the status quo is that you go to work 9 to 5, you work your absolute tail off just to make ends meet, and then you go home and you pay your bills and you go back to work the next day. So network marketing, and in particular doTERRA, are always constantly challenging that status quo. We're saying that we can actually create time freedom. We're actually saying that we can create financial freedom and abundance, and we can actually allow others to revel in that as well. So we're constantly already challenging that status quo. And as you grow into the leadership positions, you're actually saying, look, that's one way of seeing things, but I find that this works more effectively for me. And so it's not following someone, it's actually creating a way, creating that path of least resistance, creating a way that works for you, and not just being someone that follows someone else's path. And it's not talking about duplicating, but it's about just being confident to actually spread your wings and really see your light and see how you can influence others. A leader asks why. Why is that the way? Why can't I do this? And not be comfortable in what others think and what others say, but constantly asking questions. Why is that the case? Why can't I? Okay? Looking at the future. So this is a vision. Plans long term. So we're not just thinking, what can I achieve in 30 days? We're thinking about, what can this team be in 30 days? What can this team be in 6 months? What is your greater vision? What is your long-term plans and goals for your organisation? When we look past the now, we create that vision, and we create that vision for our whole team, not just for ourselves. So then opportunities present. We're creating opportunities for ourselves and our long-term future. That's why it's so important in week 1 that you identify your why and you identify your goals for your 30, 60, 90 days, 12 months, because you're not thinking just about the now. You're thinking about, what is your future? What are you actually creating? What is this legacy that you're going to leave for your family and for the world? So you're always planning long term. It's about aligning people. So we talk about this a little bit with mentoring, but keeping people in alignment of their goals. So it's important to look at your long-term plans, but what are the long-term plans of your downline? And this is why I always ask you guys for what are your goals and what are your visions, because as a leader, I am here to help you keep in alignment of those. I'm here to support you and do everything within my power to help you achieve those goals. And as you grow into your leadership role for yourself, or if you're already silver and gold and above, then this is what your role is as a leader, to keep your team members and your new builders in alignment of their goals. We're here to motivate and inspire, and that is leading by example. So that is enrolling, that's inviting and presenting and enrolling and doing it all over again. It's about showing up and doing what you say you're going to do, and being consistent with that approach. The focus is on the people, and so it's about how can I support you? What are your goals? How can I show up for you and support you? How can I support my team with education? How can I show up and be present and be seen on a daily basis for my consumers and also for the people that are sharing and building within my organization? My focus is on how I can help you grow your businesses and grow yourself, delivering that vision. So for me, the wider vision is for all of you to be beautiful presidential diamonds who are infinitely abundant and with health and finances. And I can just see all you beautiful people really content and happy and just living that time freedom and financial freedom lifestyle that we all long for and create. That's the vision that I hold for you all. My vision for the world is to create choice, to be able to provide solutions to people that didn't quite think that they had a choice before, had an opportunity to provide this type of life for their family, and to create a world where people have access to health and education no matter where they are. So what is your long-term vision? How do you communicate that to your team? How do you ask for inspiration and support within your organization? So don't only reach up to your upline, actually reach within and ask for support. Identify and explain your vision to those that are within your team and help them understand why you do what you do and why you're so passionate about it. And see how far you can look into the future. What is your long-term goal? What is your vision? Why do you share doTERRA? This is why it's so important and in the beginning to really feel your why and really understand what it is, because when you're a leader, it gets tricky. It can get really tough, and we work with people. And so we're constantly having different personalities. And if you forget why you are doing this, then it's really easy to get bogged down in the politics of everything. So when you remember why, your vision stays strong and you don't waver from it, you just stay on your path and you stay in alignment of what you're here to do. So can you see the difference between what a manager is and what an actual leader is? And what I want you to think about is now, how are you growing into that role as a leader already? Maybe you are just starting to move through the ranks, but how are you already supporting your team with these things? How are you already challenging the status quo? Are you already asking questions to your upline or asking questions about the way things work? Because that means that you're thinking, that means that you're growing, that means you're expanding, and that allows greater growth ahead. So when you think about what you already are and the qualities you already have, then you can think about, who do you actually want to attract as a leader in your organization? So maybe you're a premier or silver and you're thinking, wow, I'm putting a lot of effort into my organization and I don't have anyone showing up as a builder as yet. Then I want you to think about, what are your qualities? And what qualities do you want as a builder or a leader within your organization? And I want you to write down what your ideal top 10 qualities you are searching for in a leader. Who do you actually want to work with? What are their values? What do they believe in? What is their personality? Are they kind? Are they considerate? Do they work well with others? Do they have good communication skills? Are they open to be directed? Are they open to learn? What are their skills? What is their skill set? What do they bring to your organization? What is their personality trait? You choose who you want to work with. We have a choice. And so certain personalities will work better with your organization. So write down what personality traits you want of your leader. What is their vision? And does it align with what yours is? Do you want someone in your organization that their vision is completely opposite to yours? Would that make it difficult to work with them? So think about, who do you want to attract? Are they grateful? Gratitude is the biggest, most amazing gift that you can give to someone. Love and gratitude. When someone feels respected, when someone feels that they are appreciated, their relationship is amazing. So gratitude is such an incredible attribute for a person. So do you want someone that is grateful? Do you want someone that sees a large vision, that shares the vision that you have? Do you want someone that is easily ready? Are they confident? Are they ready to get started? Do they need some extra support, or are they ready to get going? So I want you to write down what your top 10 qualities you are searching for in a leader. And I want you to be clear. I want you to be crystal clear and concise. And then what I'd really like you to do with this is anchor it. So choose an oil. Choose an oil that you resonate with. Choose an oil that you want to attach and anchor to these qualities and these thoughts. And then every time you smell that oil, I want that to be able to support what you're verbalizing, what you're writing as these qualities. And amazing things happen when you're very clear with what you want. So this is part of this. If you haven't done it just now, this is part of your homework. And I want you to be able to talk about this with your mentor or your upline. So it's very clear to identify what your qualities are of the people you want to introduce into your business, because we have a choice. That's the most incredible thing about network marketing. We choose who we want to align with. We choose who we want to work with, and we choose who we don't want to work with as we go along as well. So this is a really important thing for you to be able to identify. And whilst you're doing this, you'll be able to identify the qualities in yourself and your strengths and your areas that you would like to strengthen too. And this doesn't just go for you guys, it goes for me, it goes for Presidential Diamonds, double Presidential Diamonds. We're constantly looking at ourselves and how we can improve and how we can help support others, and what qualities we actually like in ourselves and what we are searching for in leaders too. So we don't have to blast out to the universe about needing builders, as in we don't have to put out Facebook posts that we're looking for builders. It works some of the time, but we need to actually create relationships with people. And the thing is, we might already have them within our organisation and they just haven't surfaced yet. So have you got some hidden gems in your organisation? Have you got some people that you could nourish some more? Some consumers that may like to host a workshop for you, that may spark that excitement of sharing within them. We don't always have to search outside our organisation for people to build the business with us. If you're inspiring and showing up in your groups, your education groups and your consumer groups, then people are going to be inspired about the product. When we look at the belief levels, when people are believing in the products, they naturally want to share them with others. So the more that you can show up for your consumers, the more often these gems just get uncovered in your business. When I was moving from gold to platinum, People just started moving around in my organization and putting their hands up for workshops and saying that they wanted to do more than just use the oils. They wanted to actually share them. So nourish your team that you have and really focus on those consumers, because most builders actually come from consumers. It's only about 1% of builders that actually show up and say, I want to build a doTERRA business. So please just think about what diamonds in the making have you got within your beautiful organization already, and how can you support them and show them the opportunity. So this is why also during your workshops it's important to identify those 3 components of doTERRA: the living, the sharing, and the building, so that people can choose what path they wish to take. Are you explaining the benefits to your consumers about hosting workshops? So if they're on the Loyalty Rewards program and they host a workshop with their friends, they get the enrollments, which means that they get to nourish this beautiful new little team, and they also get to earn to pay for their oils. The more people that you can get to have their oils paid for, the more residual income you've got happening within your organization, the happier the consumers are, because they're getting to use their oils and they don't have to worry about the price of them. And then you've got this beautiful little growing business happening throughout your organization. So it may start with one person enrolling their mum or their sister, and then their sister wants to host a workshop and invite her friends, and then her friends invite her friends. Can you see how it just creates this beautiful momentum and people sharing and wanting to get the benefits of the oils? As soon as one person realizes they can get their oils paid for, everyone wants to know about it too. Your active sharers, so continue to nourish your active sharers with education. So show them what it's like to actually build a doTERRA business. If they've hosted 3 workshops for you, 2 or 3 workshops for you, then they're active sharing. So what you want to do is actually say to them, you've been hosting a lot of workshops for me and sharing these beautiful oils. How do you feel about taking this further? I'd love to support you with growing this a little bit more. And this can be something that's done on the side of their full-time employment or their part-time employment. It doesn't have to be, they don't have to go gung-ho. It might be just a really nice way for people to start having extra income. So when you're a sharer, you're able to replace your oil costs, and it may give you a little bit of extra income for your previous employment. When you start building a doTERRA business and you get into the leadership ranks, it can start replacing your income. So people need to know, it's their right to know about this. And if you're nourishing and educating your sharers about the benefits, you're more likely to have beautiful little gems pop up beneath the surface. Also, we're going to talk about belief levels. Like I've said, are you supporting them through the belief levels? So maybe you've got someone in your team that's just so engulfed in the oils. She lives, she breathes, or they live and breathe these beautiful oils. You go to their house, the diffuser is going. They've got oils on them constantly. You can smell them before you see them. Their belief is with the product. And so they've already got to that point. And when we move into looking at the belief levels, that sits around the area up until elite. So they're already moving into that growth up into elite. So imagine if you can support them with education about the company and the opportunity. And if they can work through the belief levels of the company and the opportunity, they can then grow into leaders. So just think about how you are nourishing and supporting those people, those consumers and those active sharers within your team. And it's actually less work for you to find those within your organization than go searching outside, because they've already had the groundwork done. They're already loving the product. They're already getting education from you. The work is already done. You just need to provide that beautiful hand up and show them that you're there to support them. Don't be afraid to look beneath what you can see. So the surface is often what we look at, but if we delve right down below, we have beautiful gems waiting to be dusted off and to be able to be nourished and cared for. So it's just something to really keep in mind. Now we're going to talk about belief. So you guys have probably seen this belief summit, and if you have a look in week 5, you're able to actually see this. This is in week 5, and this is about our personal development, our personal and professional development. So doTERRA is a personal development wrapped up in an essential oil company. And we say this because you either do the work before you come into doTERRA, or you do the work while you're in doTERRA. And that work is yourself. It is about the belief. And we have all these neurons and neural pathways that train us to be one particular way throughout our life, and maybe external factors in your childhood have influenced that. But we are able to step out of that and actually retrain our pathways so that we have belief again, and not only in ourselves but also in others. And using this belief summit and this belief pathway, we're able to move through our belief levels and also grow into our next rank, so to speak. So as we're actually solidifying and feeling confident within one particular belief, we're able to move on to the next. And what I'm talking about is, say, from the beginning, from director to elite, we're thinking about belief in the product. And what this means is that, like I was saying before, you're living and you're breathing the product. When you are carrying these oils on you every single day, you've got your dram vials in your purse, you're wearing a perfume, you are sharing the benefits with your mum or your sister or your husband or your brother or your colleague or your friend, and you have an unwavering belief in the benefits of these beautiful oils. So you are confidently sharing the benefits with others because you're living them and you're loving them. You'll be swapping out your products to use just these beautiful products instead of having the chemical lifestyle, and then you're sharing those benefits with others. So it's about knowing your product. It's about knowing the ins and outs of the oils that are available to you. It's about knowing how you can purchase these oils and how to share, how to purchase these with others. And this is as we grow to the rank of elite. And to be able to sustain that rank, so achieve it and sustain it, we need to have that confidence and that deep-seated belief in the product. When we naturally believe that this product is incredible, then we have that courage to share and invite others to feel that same belief. Can you see how once you have reached that belief level and that confidence, you are ready to move on? So you've gone from this simple start where you've got your beautiful oils, you're this scared little new wellness advocate, you don't know whether you should smell that bottle of oregano, whether you should take the lid off your peppermint, or you should wait until your wellness advocate comes to run through them all with you. So you've gone from that to be able to live and breathe and feel confident sharing the oils. And the only way that you do that is by educating yourself, utilising the resources that you have been provided, and empowering yourself. Going onto doTERRA.com, reading about the oils, making sure that you've got the resources, the books, the app, and then you can share that with others. So educate and empower yourself with the belief in the product. When you're ready to do that, you're moving towards a belief in the company and the opportunity. And now you know that these products are for you and for your family, and they're here for the long haul. Now you're working towards building a belief in the company and the opportunity that the company presents. And so this involves the compact sourcing. This involves an understanding about the Healing Hands Foundation. So you're understanding the morals and the values and the ethics of the company, the owners, how the company started, why the company started, and then the opportunity, how you get paid by sharing these oils. So understanding the compensation plan, understanding fast start, and being able to share that basic knowledge with others that are wanting to follow the same path. So you're wanting to start sharing at Premier about the opportunity and about the company. And so you can do this within your groups. You can do this personally with those within your team. But at Premier, this is when you should start sharing, because you're developing that confidence within yourself of the company and the opportunity. And you're growing yourself enough to consistently enroll, because you believe that this opportunity is so great that you want to provide this opportunity to others. So to reach and sustain the rank of Premier, you are building this belief in the company and the opportunity. You have an understanding of the company and the compensation plan and what this is for you, and that it is for you. And so those that are maintaining their ranks and those that are really confident in that belief are able to then move forward with their next growth or their next phase. And silver is about you. And this is where some people can really find that jump really hard. They can find that jump between Premier and Silver difficult. So Elite is 3,000 overall volume. It's volume based. We move to Premier, and Premier is 2 executive legs. So we're actually having to have structure when we're moving to Premier. And at Premier, it's the first time we actually need qualifying legs. So we need to be the enroller of those underneath us. Whereas at Elite, a sponsor can be an Elite because it's volume based. When we then move from Premier to Silver, we're growing another leg. So we're empowering someone else to be on the Loyalty Rewards program and process 100 PV each month and want to actually share the oils. Not always at Silver will you have builders, but you'll have people that will want to be on the Loyalty Rewards program, and they're great people to have on your front line to be able to support you up into your ranks of Silver. So when you are having that belief in the product and the opportunity and the company, you then naturally move into what you can do with all this information you've gathered. You know about the products. You confidently share them. You know about the company and the opportunity. You've already started enrolling and sharing the benefits because you've moved to Premier. And now you need to have belief in yourself that this is for you, that you can move forward and you can be a leader, that you can lead your team to also believe in the products and believe in the company and the opportunity. And so this is about duplication. This is your first leadership rank with doTERRA, and Silver is 3 elite legs. So when you have got people believing in the product, you just need 3 frontliners that are believing 100% confidently in the product, then you are Silver. You have duplicated yourself. You've been able to share that with 3 other people, and they've been able to grow your business to Silver. So it's these success habits, and it's about inviting, presenting, and enrolling, and doing that consistently and showing your team that you are doing it and that they can do it too. So achieving the rank of Silver is about you, your belief in you. Can you stand up as a leader and share what you've learned as Premier and Elite? And then once you've achieved that, then you're moving into these higher ranks of gold and platinum and diamond, blue diamond and presidential diamond. So we have got golds on our team, and we've got some golds moving into platinum, which is really exciting, because at gold, we're having that belief in our builders. We've already got that belief in ourselves as a leader, and we've been able to duplicate what we've learnt, the work that we've done, and we've passed on. So now we can love and nurture and share that vision with our team at Gold. And we're believing in our premiers, because at Gold, you need to have 3 premiers. And those premiers have that belief in the company and opportunity. Can you see how this all comes in together? How us as an organization depend on each other. And without one, someone else can't rise. So it's really important to be able to support each person where throughout this whole organization, and identify where your upline's goals are, and then they identify where your goals are at as well. So at Gold, we're here to nurture our team as leaders, and to be able to maintain that rank of Gold, we need to be able to do that consistently. We need to be able to share our vision as a leader, and we need to be able to support our premiers into that space of the company and the opportunity, and grow their belief in themselves. So it's okay to have belief in other people, but they need to be able to feel it for themselves. And that's when you step into that rank of silver. So Gold is a really important leadership position, and it's where we start mentoring as well. So really, really important that you have belief in your builders, and that they see that you have belief in them, that you're nurturing them, that you're mentoring with them, that you're helping them be accountable for their goals, so that then they can then start to duplicate with their teams. And when you are really confident in your builders, you naturally just have confidence in your whole team. And that's when you move into platinum. When you're actually confident that your builders below you are moving in belief to themselves. And then you just have this overwhelming feeling of gratitude, of love, of pride, of confidence. And that vision that you've shared with your premiers is now expanding. It's growing. And the momentum just moves from here. When people get that sniff of silver, that leadership role, that empowering feeling that they feel of being able to support others do what they do, your business just goes crazy. It just goes up and up and up, and people keep showing up because you are showing them that this is possible, that doTERRA provides a product-driven opportunity and provides health and wellness globally. So start thinking about where you are currently. What blocks do you currently have? Are you having difficulty? Are you sitting between a rank at the moment, trying to move to the next rank? Where can you put more focus? Maybe you're at Premier and you're wanting to grow to silver. Do some work on you. Sit with your mentor, talk with them, share with them, open up your heart, and show them where your belief level in yourself is at the moment. Do some personal development work. Make sure you're doing your tapping. Make sure you're clearing and setting a positive mindset, because only you can really feel that belief in you. So if you're feeling you're a bit stuck between ranks, think about, where do you not really confidently have that belief? And as you look up to the further ranks, diamond is about your why. And your why can change throughout your whole doTERRA journey. But having that really solid why will keep you moving forward through your doTERRA business. A lot of people get to platinum and then find it really hard to get to diamond because their why isn't big enough. So if your why is finance driven, you're going to find it difficult. Finance whys are actually goals. What is your deeper why? Why do you need money? What is your vision? And when you actually clearly identify a feeling with your why, you're actually going to grow past diamond. So my why is huge, and it'll always be bigger than any excuse I could come up with, even on those really crappy days that you just want to throw yourself under the covers. my why is huge, and it will continue to provide momentum throughout my whole business and moving forward. And seeing you all pop up is enough momentum for me. I love seeing you all rise, and nothing gives me greater joy. So I am seeing my team duplicate, and that brings me joy. So when you guys start seeing that as leaders, you will just get that feeling and want to just continue, because you want to show up for them, you want to inspire them, you want to continually provide education so they can grow to be the best people that they can be. Blue Diamond is about influence, and it's about a purpose, and really, really stepping into that vision that created back early on. And it's really about holding that space for leaders to step into and really see their light, and having a deep passion for supporting those leaders to those goals and those dreams as well. And then Presidential Diamond is the holy grail at the top of that summit. And it's about your legacy. What do you want to leave behind? What do you want to be known for? What influence do you want to have on the world? What difference do you want to make? This is where we're aiming for. Presidential Diamond is a rank, but that's a name. It's what it entails. It's what it involves is what's important. It's about, what do you want to leave behind to your family? What do you want them to be able to leave behind for their families? This is the most incredible company that we can be involved in. And we have this opportunity to create a life that we want, a vision that we can actually attain. Do you want to support a charity? Do you want to provide education in third world countries? What is your vision? What is your greater goal? What do you want to leave behind? What do you want to be known for? And if you're at gold right now, I want you to think Presidential Diamond. If you're elite, I want you to be thinking about silver and gold, because that is what you do as a leader. You look forward. You look forward and you look long term, and that's what allows you to grow. I can't stress that enough. It is so important to look 2 ranks ahead, because that is where you're moving. If you're consistently worrying about maintaining a current rank, then you're not having that confidence in what that rank belief level is. So think about how you can grow. Where are you at next? What is your belief? When your belief shows up and you put that into action, you get these results, and it just naturally happens. I know Emma Knight, who's just reached Presidential Diamond after, she stayed at Blue Diamond for a long time, and she worked a lot on herself and how she felt within her business. And as soon as she realised, did that self-work and realised what her legacy was, she was able to step into Presidential Diamond. And she always talks about soul advancements. So when your soul is ready to grow into the next phase, it will, and that naturally progresses you to your next rank. So when you have maybe your gold moving to platinum and your premiers are moving to silver, they have belief in themselves and you have belief in your whole team. And when you really experience that deep feeling of community and leadership, which is the theme of Premier Club right now, then anything is possible, and you feel like you're just creating this most amazing opportunity for people. It's really difficult to describe, but just a feeling that you feel is just like anything is possible, that you actually are making a difference in the lives of others. So we've touched on the belief, and I want to talk to you about being a brave leader. And this comes back to belief as well. So where you are at in your business right now, identify where your belief level is. And I want you to think about, are you living below your potential? Are you sitting back because you're fearful, like we discussed earlier? Could you grow? Could you stretch yourself a little bit more? I know how amazing you all are. I can see the growth that's already occurred. I stand from a distance and I watch. I stand from that part on the summit and I watch you all. You might be watching me, but I'm constantly watching you. And I can see that you all have amazing potential. And you need to see that for yourself. So have a little think about where you're at the moment. Are you actually living below your potential? And is that because you're comfortable? Are you ready to grow a little? Are you ready to feel a little bit fearful? Are you ready to stretch and expand to the next growth phase, to the next rank, to the next belief level? So, the brave is 5 characteristics of a leader. And the first one is belief. So, really look at where your belief level is right now. So important. So important to identify this. So, I want you to write it down. I want you to write down now where your belief is. What is your current rank? What belief level does that equate to? What is your next rank? And what work are you going to do to actually achieve that? Then the R is responsibility. No one else is responsible for your thoughts and your actions but you. So this is where excuses come in, because excuses keep us safe. It keeps us from growing, and it keeps us just in our little comfort zone. So when you feel like you can't get out of bed, or you feel like you've had a rotten day and you just don't want to go and do something, you don't want to go to that workshop, you don't want to drive for 3 hours to the workshop, you don't want to go and meet that person for that one-on-one because you just feel crappy. You're actually responsible for the way that you feel and your thoughts. So your thoughts become your feelings, and then how you feel creates the actions. Remember, we spoke about that in week 2. So you are totally in control of your thoughts. So can you flip your thoughts around? Can you really take responsibility for your thoughts and your actions and not be a victim of circumstance and excuses? Does that make sense? There are so many people in doTERRA that have stuff. Everybody's got stuff. In doTERRA or not, everyone has stuff. I have stuff. But it is what you do about it that makes the difference. Instead of sitting and wallowing in your own circumstance and acting like a victim, successful leaders get on with it. They take responsibility for their thoughts and actions and they flip them. And what they do is be the bigger person. And they don't become a victim of the circumstance. They move on and they grow. So have a little think about what little excuses pop into your head. I can't do this because I work full time. I don't know enough people. No one's coming to my classes. I'm a mum of 4 children, 3 children, 2 children. I can't grow a business. That's bull. And I call you out on it because everyone has stuff and everyone has been able to move through those blocks. And it is those that choose to sit and wallow that won't be successful. So just have a little think about, are you taking responsibility for your own thoughts and actions? And are you moving forward towards success? Or are you using excuses to sit back and be comfortable? No one can make you think. It's only you. Authenticity. BRA. Authenticity. When you show up, are you you? When you say you are going to do something, do you do it? Are you being honest and real and genuine? Are you allowing people to see you? Are you growing your business in a way that is integral, in a way that people can actually see that it's you, that it's honest? Are you being authentic in your business? Are you saying one thing and doing another? Are you saying one thing and not doing anything? Are you creating goals and then not meeting them, or not regarding them halfway through the month? Are you showing up for yourself? Are you showing up for your business? Are you actually being authentic? Vision. Where do you see your team going? Having this great lookout. So imagine you're standing up on that mountain, on that summit. Where are you in your rank? And then turning around and looking down at all that magnificence below you and being able to see what's been created and then looking up to see what's ahead. So can you just picture that? You're standing on that summit. You've seen where you've been and what you've been able to grow and duplicate, that work that you've done. You're now a leader moving forward, and you're looking up to what you have ahead of you, because a leader doesn't just stop and feel comfortable. A leader moves forward and sees the greater vision. Sees the greater vision for that team. Because if you're moving forward as a leader, naturally your team is moving with you, because that's how the ranks work. If you stagnate and you stop, so does your team. There's no flow, there's no momentum, there's no motivation or passion or inspiration. So we're always looking to continue to move forward and see the vision and inspire. And the last one is E, example. B-R-A-V-E, brave. Are you setting an example? Are you being a role model? Are you showing up? Are you showing up for your consumers? Are you showing up for your active sharers? Are you showing up for your builders? Are you setting an example of how you want your team to grow and how you want your team to be seen to others? So are you a brave leader? Or are there some areas that you need to actually work on? And that's okay. It's okay to work on areas, because that's growth. But a brave leader does make a difference in the lives of others. And so you can use this mantra, and you can use this on your vision board, and you can use this on your fridge or anywhere that you're going to see it, in your office. I am a brave leader who makes a difference in the lives of others. And really feel that, because I know you all have potential to be brave leaders. And the brave leaders are successful. The brave leaders move forward. And the brave leaders take responsibility. So, when you're moving from Premier to Silver to Gold, it's time for you to start stepping into your power. Really, really stepping into your power and feeling your power as a leader. Your influence you have. Your team is looking at you, they're looking up to you, they're looking for you, for inspiration from you, for passion, for motivation. And so even back at Premier, it's a really good idea to start having take part in some business trainings and some team calls. So perhaps you've got, if you're Premier right now, you've got a gold upline, and you've also got a blue diamond upline. And so what you can do is actually start taking part in some trainings that your gold upline and your blue diamond upline are having. I've already started doing this with you guys, with having some of you jump on and do some Facebook Lives. And I'm really wanting to empower you guys early so that you are able to feel what it's like to be an empowered leader and then share that feeling with the rest of your team. So maybe your goal is having a team call, and it would be a really great idea to actually start sharing those calls with them. Maybe you'd like to talk about a particular topic. And for those golds that aren't being present in their group currently, or silvers, that I really, really, really strongly advise that you do start doing that. And even if that's jumping on Facebook Lives and start talking about the compensation plan. Really making sure that you're doing education in your consumer groups as early as Premier, but definitely by gold. Sharing big team calls. And so once this 5-week program is going to be finished, I'm going to be having shared calls with the golds. And I've spoken to some of them already about this, and it's about really me trying to step back a little bit and allow the leaders to really step forward, to really feel confident in their abilities to lead. And I won't step away completely, I'm here, but allowing you to spread your wings and me to pass the baton on to you. Because the sooner you golds do take these calls, then the sooner your team will step into that phase too. And it's just this beautiful duplication. So look out for the golds to be starting some team calls. And I welcome any of the silvers or premiers or elites or anyone that would love to jump on and do some Facebook Lives in the business group or in my big group. Rochelle jumped on the other day and did one in the builders group, and Callie-Ann did one in the in my group for me about some BOGOs, and Lane was going to, so that was, you'll do the next one, Lane, so thank you for that. And it's about just showing up, really, really showing up, and not, like I was saying before, feel the fear, but do it anyway, because that's how you grow. That's how you actually see the light and grow towards it. And that's where your belief level grows as well. So continually attending trainings and events is really paramount, and bringing your team with you. Nothing grows your business faster and more solid than you attending trainings, you attending mentor calls, you attending conferences, conventions, leadership retreats, anything that your upline puts on, go. Because nothing will solidify and grow your business faster. And take your team with you. I cannot wait till convention next year. It's going to be epic. There are so many of you coming, and you're going to be incredible ranks. And I'm already seeing the beautiful growth now, and it's so inspiring to watch. So imagine what March is going to look like for everyone. And convention, for every one person that attends convention or leadership, grows by 50. Can you imagine 50 new people coming into your organisation just because you attended a training, because you attended convention or leadership? That's how powerful these events are, to be inspired by those that have walked the path, to be given the education and the training and the knowledge. And if you choose to actually take that on board and make action, because you can learn it, but you need to put it into action. There's no point being a serial training hopper. You actually need to put what you learn in action, and you will get massive, massive results. Going to leadership retreat or elite day, which is now known as One Tree, back 2 years ago, was what started my doTERRA success. I was only elite, and I went to Queensland. I invested my fast start, and I went to Queensland, and I was blown away. The light bulb went off, and I was like, right, this is where I'm heading, and this is my purpose. I've found it. And you can just see now, going from elite to blue diamond in 2 years, the benefit of attending that elite training. If I decided not to go, I'm not sure that I would have had the same momentum or success. And that was Mish's first attending a function as well. We both decided to invest our fast start and go together. And Mish was premier or silver then. So it just shows you how important it is. Now, when you're talking about beliefs again, us as leaders always allow others to see their light before they've even seen it. So if you're sitting at the ranks of elite or premier and you're moving towards that rank of silver, which is belief about you, it's really important that your mentor, that your upline is helping you see that light within you, growing your belief within yourself and your abilities, your skill set, your mindset, your capability. So it's our role as a leader to actually show you your light within, even if you don't see it yet, because we can see it. Remember, we can see that vision. We're standing on that summit, we're looking down and we can see that. The thing to remember though is when you're growing from premier to silver, or you're still growing into that rank of belief in yourself, you don't want to continuously need to have someone else talk you into belief, because it can get frustrating for a leader. So when someone sees your light, take it, embrace it, grow with it. Like this little plant, it's seen the light and it's moving towards it. It's growing. Don't sit back and play a victim and have your leader keep saying to you, I believe in you, I believe in you, I believe in you, I believe in you. And the next day, you just fall back flat again. You need to learn from it and you need to take it on board and you need to grow. Because if your leader continuously tells you over and over again and you're still not getting it, then they're enabling you and they're not empowering you. You choose to empower yourself and really feel your abilities and your belief in yourself. This is something I really, really love to do. I love celebrating you all. Nothing brings me more joy than celebrating your success and edifying the leaders. Rowanna, you're doing an amazing, amazing, amazing job with your premiers that are moving into silver. There are so many people, so many leaders that are just doing an incredible job. And it's so important to be able to communicate that. Celebrate everyone's success, not just rank advancing. So who is enrolling? Who is actually hosting classes for the first time? Post it on your page, send them a message. When I notice people are enrolling or stepping out of the comfort zone, I'll send them a private message and I'll say, I'm noticing you. You are doing an amazing job. Keep up the great work. Because it is so good to be seen. It is so good to be appreciated. It's going back to gratitude. It's about appreciating what you have and what you can see. And I am so grateful for the growth within my business and you amazing people within it. And I want to share that with you all. So I will post during the month people that have been hosting workshops for the first time, people that have enrolled 10 people at a class, or people that are top enrollers. So I will celebrate everyone's success. If you're moving to director or executive, it's important to celebrate that too, because that's growth. So if you're purposely moving forward in your business, you should be celebrated. Who is duplicating well with their team? So reach out to these people. Can you see someone is doing an amazing job supporting their team, supporting their leaders? Send them a message. Send them a card. I love gifts. I love to give gifts. So you'll always receive gifts from me. for any achievements, because that's my way of saying, I love you guys, I see you, I know the effort that you're putting into this. So when you are, as a leader, when you're looking within your organization and you're seeing people making effort and moving forward, please acknowledge that, because it means more than what you actually know. Even if it's a consumer, who are your loyal consumers? Who are the people that put in a 200 PV LRP every single month, or 200 plus LRP? Maybe send them a little card, send them a little note, and maybe a special oil or a sample of a special oil, and say, I see what you're doing, and I see how much you're loving these essential oils, and thank you for your support. I love having you within my organisation. Make people feel worthy, make people feel special. It's such a beautiful, beautiful thing to do. It makes me feel good, fills my heart. I'm just going to touch a little bit on mentoring. I'm not going to go too much into this. I'll do some stuff on mentoring later. There is a power mentor sheet, and that's going to be uploaded into week 5, and I want you to become familiar with that, because that is the best way to move forward with any mentoring. And as a leader, it is your job to be a mentor. As soon as you have team underneath you and you become a leader, it is then your job to mentor. And a mentor is there as a sounding board. It is there to help people find a solution, not to give a solution. So a mentor is there to empower. A mentor asks the tough questions. So a mentor is actually meant to make you feel a little bit uncomfortable and realize your potential. So if your leader has asked you a difficult question and it's made you feel like, oh, I don't really know, do I really have to answer that? That is their job. That is their role. Because without asking those tough questions, you won't grow. You'll be comfy on the lounge with your cup of tea and your rug. You'll just be in that safe space. So mentors ask questions to empower you. And they're not there to provide a solution. They're there to help you find it for yourself. So if someone came to me and said that this, and this was going on in their organisation, I would say, so how does that make you feel? They would speak to me. They would let me know. So, okay, so what do you feel would work best in this situation? How do you think you could go about this? So it's actually asking questions to questions. And you're allowing this person to actually think about the solution for themselves. What do you think would be the best solution here? So we're not enabling, we're empowering. We're allowing that person, that leader, that member to actually think about the solution. If someone comes to you and says, I can't get people to my workshops. People won't enroll. I don't know who I'm meant to be enrolling. What I would say is, have you worked through week 1 and week 2 of the Builders program? Perhaps go through week 1 and then we'll touch base after that. So you're actually giving them responsibility. They're actually taking on responsibility for themselves. And so you're keeping them accountable for their own business, because it is their business. So if you feel a little bit uncomfortable with your leader or your mentor, have a little think about what the role of that leader or the mentor is. And they're there to help you grow. They're here to challenge you, to actually step out of your comfort zone and reach towards your goals. Because remember, they see your light. They see the greater vision. They see the potential inside you. And if your leader or mentor can't ask you these tough questions, who's going to? Will you actually grow? will you just continue to feel enabled rather than empowered? So when you send your goals through to your leader at the beginning of the month, and as a leader, it is your role to understand what your goals are for your team. So when you're silver and gold and above, it's really important for your downline to be sending you their goals so that you can work with them to achieve them, because their goals are your goals. Your goals are my goals. And I'm here to keep you in alignment of those goals. So I am responsible to keep you accountable for what you tell me you want to achieve in the month. Does that make sense? So that is what a good mentor or a good leader does. They actually keep you in check. So, for example, I love to exercise and I love to go to the gym. I love the feeling when I'm there. I love to run and I love the freedom that I get from that and the adrenaline and how I feel. Absolutely love it. And the hardest part is getting to the gym, right? So if I had a buddy that picked me up or we carpooled at 7 p.m. every night and we went together to the gym, the hardest part is done, is the getting there. And so when I'm there, I'm loving it, I'm experiencing it, I'm feeling all those emotions that I love about exercising and going to the gym. But without that accountability partner, that person, that even if it's a PT, a personal trainer that you're meeting at 9 o'clock at the gym, if they don't keep you accountable to be there, then you have an excuse to not go. So that is, if you think about it that way, that is the role of a leader, of a mentor. If you don't have someone to be accountable to, you're not as likely to achieve your goals. If you think, wow, this gets too hard, I'm not going to go any further, and you don't have someone to keep you, no one's on the sidelines cheering you on and saying, this is what you said, how can I help you get there? Then you're never going to achieve your goals. And you're going to sit back in your excuses and you're not going to grow. So a mentor works with you. They work with you and your strengths. They help you identify your strengths and how you can use those strengths to grow within your business. And then they help you understand the areas that you need additional strengthening. What are the areas in your business that you need a little bit more support? How can I help you with that? How can I keep you in alignment of achieving those strengths or fine-tuning that skill set? So this down here is a little blurb from the Share Success that doTERRA uplines, Natalie and Andy Goddard have developed in their mentoring agreement. And this is an agreement made by a mentee and to the mentor. And it says, I agree to give my best to my above commitments. I will reach out to my mentor at our scheduled time. In our mentoring, I will be open, release unproductive habits, and take action. I trust my mentor to support me. I understand that if I, at any point, am not doing my part, my mentor and I will set up a new agreement. So when you have sent your goals through to your mentor, that is what you have said is your agreement. That is what you've said that you would like a support, assistance, and guidance with for that month, for that 2 months, for the next year. So when you actually put pen to paper or you discuss what your goals are with your mentor, that is what they're hearing. And so if you decide to waver from that, your mentor is supposed to keep you realizing what you set out to achieve. And it says there, release unproductive habits. Do you often set goals and then don't achieve them purposely? Are you sabotaging your own success? So the mentor is there to help you work through those blocks and those belief levels and stop that self-sabotage. It says, if any point I'm not doing my part, this is your business. You're setting your goals, you're giving them to your mentor or your leader. Your part is to take action without excuse and be responsible for achieving those goals with the support of your leader. Okay? So your mentor is there to challenge you, to help you grow and be your support person that will empower you to achieve your goals. And as you grow to the silver and gold, this is your role for your downline. So it's really important to engage in mentoring with your upline at least once a month. And you can do that with the Power Mentoring form, or you can do that by sending an email with what you would like to discuss in your mentoring call and your goals, and how your mentor can then support you and what role you want them to play. Because when everyone is clear on what their role is, everyone knows the best way of going about things, and there's nothing that is left to chance, and there's no confusion for either parties. I can't stress this enough to you all. You have everything you need within and around you to be successful. You have everything you need within and around you to be successful. So see your light. See that within you, and just expand and continue to expand and grow. You are only limited by your own beliefs. So don't allow that to stop you from growing. Believe in your abilities, believe in the company, in the products, in the opportunity, and grab yourself a hiking stick, because you're heading up that summit and you're going to be the most incredible wellness advocates ever. Because when you believe in you and you believe in your gifts, you're able to provide this most amazing opportunity to the world. So I want to leave you with this beautiful, beautiful thought that you do have everything you need within and around you. And it's up to you to make that decision, whether you utilize it and whether you see it. I see it. I believe in you all, but you need to be able to see it for yourselves. So what I want you to do in the next little while is to make sure you've written down your top 10 leaders, qualities, and I want you to in that one. Let's get out of this one, sorry. And I want you to identify your qualities as a leader. And I want you to think about where you want to be and what you want to achieve and what role you want me to play in that. And when we're all clear, then we can all move forward. So I want to really appreciate and express my gratitude to everyone that has been jumping on these calls for the last 5 weeks, and those that have been working through the program. I've been putting a lot of energy and love into what I'm doing, and I really want to see you all grow and be really successful. So I hope that it has been of benefit to you all, and I really truly appreciate all of you and everything that you do to bring light to my business. And it's been a really, really great pleasure to be able to bring this training program with you. I'm also working on something else, which will take about 8 weeks. So know that there's also other things in the pipeline. And I do want you to, I'm just going to stop the recording.